Hey, we're going to hop in the way back machine for a moment, and I'm going to talk to you about something that happened 30 years ago on this very night, December 2nd, 1995. That was when the Montreal Canadiens lost probably their franchise goalie, arguably one of the best goaltenders of all time. Doesn't matter what team you cheer for, you have to admit, if you're picking the top 5 goalies, this guy's probably in it. I'm talking about Patrick Roy. Patrick Roy of the Montreal Canadiens, who won 2 Conn Smythe trophies, 2 Stanley Cups. The Montreal Canadiens in 1993 were the last Canadian team to hoist the Stanley Cup up high when they beat the LA Kings. And a Canadian team hasn't won it since, right? There's been a few close, primarily Edmonton. Calgary got there one year, and so did the Habs in 2021. But this is about how the greatest goalie of all time, a team that started to falter, and a snap decision altered the course of that team forever. I'm going to tell you why. Ronald Corey was the owner of the Montreal Canadiens. Mario Tremblay was the head coach of the Montreal Canadiens, and Ray-Jean Houle was the general manager. Both the latter two, no previous experience at the NHL level. But earlier that year, Montreal fired Jacques Demers, who was the head coach and the coach who got in the Stanley Cup, and Serge Savard, the GM who was there when they won the Stanley Cup, because they lost 4 in a row and they're off to a slow start. So now we're up to December 2nd, 1995. Montreal's getting their ass handed to them. Patrick Roy is letting in 9 of the 11 goals. But when it hits the 5-1, look over to the bench, coach is leaving him in. 6th goal, coach is leaving him in. They're trying to teach him a lesson, and the lesson was taught. It was well received. But what happened next changed them forever. Because when he came to the bench, he walked by Ray-Jean Houle, who just stared at him with disgust. He put down his equipment. He walked back as Ray-Jean Houle just stared at him as he walked by. And he went up to Ronald Corey and said, "I play my last game for you." He was traded 2 days later. Not only him, but Mike Keane, who's one of the most heart and soul players you'll ever see. And who picked him up? The Colorado Avalanche. For who, you might ask? Well, Martin Ruchinski, who was probably the 10th best forward on the Avalanche, Andrei Kovalenko, and drafted 10 overall, French-Canadian goalie prospect, Jocelyn Thibault. How'd you like to be a French-Canadian goalie being traded for the French-Canadian goalie and have to start and live up to that? Colorado won the Cup that year, and they won another one. And Roy got 2 more Conn